remember the first time I walked into a Jeep dealership, the smell of new cars, the excitement of picking out a new ride. It's something most of us look forward to. But today, as I stand here, in this sea of unsold trucks, there's no excitement. Just a heavy silence that speaks louder than words. These trucks, some priced at $80,000, $90,000, and even $123,000, are not just metal and rubber. They represent something much bigger, thousands of jobs. Jobs that people rely on to feed their families, pay their bills, and keep a roof over their heads. But those jobs are slipping away one by one. Just last week, Stellantis announced they're laying off nearly 2,500 workers at the Warren Truck Plant. That's 2,500 families facing an uncertain future. And why? Because these trucks they're not selling. They're sitting here, collecting dust, while the workers who built them are left wondering what went wrong. I'm standing next to a Ram 1500 Classic, one of the more affordable models they've decided to cut. This is a truck that people can actually afford. But instead of focusing on what the average American needs, Stellantis is pushing these high-priced, high-margin vehicles onto dealers. They're chasing profit, but they're losing touch with their customers, and their workers are paying the price. I spoke to some of these workers, people who have spent years, decades even, building these trucks. Now, they're being told that their jobs are expendable, that the company needs to optimize and cut costs. But what about them? What about the people who made this company what it is? And here's the irony. While these trucks aren't selling, the service centers are booming. People can't afford these new vehicles, so they're hanging on to their old ones for as long as possible, fixing them up, trying to make them last. It's a sign of the times, a sign that something is deeply wrong in the way these companies are doing business. $123,000. That's the price of this Grand Wagoneer. It's a beautiful vehicle, no doubt, but is this really what people want? Or is it what Stellantis wants? They're betting on luxury, but they're ignoring the reality that most Americans are facing. And in doing so, they're not just risking their own future. They're risking the livelihoods of thousands of workers. So, what happens next? Will Stellantis continue down this path? Or will they wake up and realize that they need to change? The workers, the dealers, the customers, we're all watching, waiting to see what the future holds. Because in the end, it's not just about trucks, it's about people. And that's something you can't put a price on. If you care about the people behind the products, the workers who build the cars we drive, then hit that subscribe button and join the conversation. Let's make sure their stories aren't forgotten.